Local, live, late breaking. This is WESH 2 News Sunrise.
Casey Anthony could soon be forced out of hiding. The court order that could mean probation time for the woman who's managed to elude cameras for weeks. Plus, the U.S. government has just 2 days left to make a deal. The debt deadline is Tuesday. What the president says about the possibility of a deal being reached this weekend. Good morning, I'm Natalie Diaz. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Late breaking, one person killed, 5 more injured when an SUV smashed into the back of a Lynx bus. It happened around 12:30 this morning on West Colonial Drive near Pine Hills Road in Orange County. Troopers tell us the bus was stopped to pick up passengers when the SUV driver didn't brake. We haven't seen Casey Anthony since she was released from jail weeks ago, but a new court order could force her out of hiding soon. The judge who presided over Casey's check fraud case is expected to clarify on Monday that he intended for Casey to serve probation after she was released from jail. WESH 2's Kendra Astrike explains what that could mean for Casey.
This is one of those cases that is never going to be over.
Just when it looked like Casey Anthony was dropping off the radar, she could soon be back under state supervision.
The intent was that she'd be placed on probation. The Department of Corrections will then take action to obtain her so that they can supervise.
The cost of Casey Anthony's case continues to pile up. The Sheriff's Department is now asking Casey to pay nearly $300,000 back to them for all they put into the case. That's about $8,900 following thousands of leads and working with detectives, canines, and computer forensics. New from overnight, a man serving time from handing out flyers during the Casey Anthony case is out of jail this morning. Judge Belvin Perry granted a $1,000 bond for Mark Schmidinder. He bonded out around 9:30 last night. Schmidinder was arrested for stepping outside the designated free speech zones and handing out flyers to jurors in the Casey Anthony case. His attorney says he plans to appeal. New on Sunrise, a teenager died while riding his bicycle across a residential East Orange County road. 16-year-old George Pidovich Jr. was trying to cross Avalon Park Boulevard at Waterford Chase Parkway around 6:45 last night when troopers say a driver hit him. Investigators say the teen was in the crosswalk but drove right into the path of cars. Right now, detectives are looking for the man who chased a woman into her house and tried to sexually assault her. They released this composite sketch of the man deputies are looking for. The woman says he chased her into her Winter Garden home Thursday and tried to cut her clothes off with scissors. She says she was able to fight him off. If you recognize this man, call police right away. The U.S. government has just days left to strike a deal or risk not having enough cash to pay its bills. Last night, the House passed its version of the debt plan, but then the Senate rejected it. Meanwhile, our national debt is growing by the second. As NBC's Steve Handelman says, the president insists a deal could be made this weekend.
2 hours after the Boehner bill passed the House, Senate Democrats killed it.
The ayes are.
Governor Rick Scott will be in Central Florida tonight. He'll attend the National Guard State Conference at the Caribbean Royale on World Center Drive in Orlando. The event starts at 5:30 this evening. Nearly 600 National Guardsmen and their family will be there. A man hoping to take President Obama's seat in the White House is campaigning in Orange County today. John Huntsman will speak at the Florida Medical Association luncheon in Lake Buena Vista and the Orange County GOP Lincoln Day dinner in Orlando. Huntsman's campaign headquarters are in Orlando. New this morning, a local group plans to feed the homeless at Lake Eola this morning. Highways and Hedges Ministries says they'll head out to provide free lunch at 10 a.m. In the past, several members of another group, Food Not Bombs, have been arrested for violating a city ordinance that prohibits feeding the homeless at Lake Eola. It's not clear if this other group will be breaking any rules. Groups can feed the homeless if they have proper permits. That's going to do it for WESH News this morning. The Today Show is next, and we're going to have another news update for you in just less than a half hour. Until then, have a great morning.